Xavier, my man, how we feeling? How we feeling?
What's up? Feeling good?
Feeling good, excited to have you on. It looks like you were the first Duck to sign his letter of the day. How'd that make you feel? It's got to be a dream come true, right?
Yes, sir, definitely is. It feels great, because this has been my goal since I was a little playing for the Melbourne Ducks, always wanted to wear that green and yellow, but today is the day I made it official, so it's definitely a good day.
Sweet. So, you're a Florida kid, obviously, long way up to Eugene. So, like, what about the university? Well, whether it's the coaching staff, the university itself, the culture, like, what about it drew you to Eugene?
Definitely what they got going on over there. They definitely doing it the right way with the culture, the way they coach the team, the way they want to win games. It's what I want to do is play football and win games, and they're definitely doing a good job at that right now. And definitely development. They do a good job at developing DVs, and they're not worried about my height, so I think they're gonna put me in the right position to go and make plays, and that's what I do best.
Oh, 100%. So, one thing that's made me so excited about you as a player, it's been no secret. I've been, the chief of the Xavier hype train going on around here. You're a little bit of Mr. Do It All, right? You play on the offensive side of the ball, you play on the defensive side of the ball, special teams, it's whatever. Where do you see your home being once you're up on campus? What position do you see yourself playing?
Definitely that slot nickel, but after the way this year's going, I was definitely thinking about trying running back or somewhere on the offense side of the ball. I think I could do it, but honestly, wherever I go on the field, I know I'm gonna put my all into it, and I'm gonna be great wherever I play.
Oh, 100%. It's, and for Duck fans who aren't quite as familiar, this is a man here who has played some quarterback, some H-back. You can split him out wide, put him in the slot, play a little bit of safety, boundary corner. You can truly do it all. And that's one thing that really makes me excited about you. Um, but, not a lot of Duck fans kind of have like an inside look as to what the recruiting process. So can you just talk a little bit about like what the recruiting process looked like for you, from the Oregon perspective, kind of when communication started, how visits kind of shaped up, those type of things?
Yes, sir, definitely. It was actually really cool because the first time Coach Hamp came and saw me, I think it was my freshman year. Yeah, the first time he came, first thing he said to me was, "Give me your phone." Put his number in my phone. He put in Coach Hamp, my future coach. And I was like, that's a little weird. It's my first time meeting you, dude. And you're saying you'll be my coach, but it all worked out, And they stayed in contact, stayed in touch. Took a couple visits there throughout my 4 years, but they were definitely one of the first to start recruiting me, and they stayed recruiting me throughout 4 years. So that's definitely why I definitely chose them.
I love to hear it. And, one thing I know Duck fans have been kind of anxious about as of recently, the news of Coach Tosh heading to Cal and Berkeley to kind of take over the program there. Um, did that affect you in any way? Like, obviously, over the last couple of weeks or so, we kind of knew this was something that was in the works here, but how did that affect you, if at all?
It didn't really affect me that much. I'm happy for Coach Tosh. I think he's going to do great. But I'm just excited to see what happens, with Coach Hamp. I know he might go up to the DC, and I think that's awesome too. But I'm just glad to see what we do and who I'm going to go play for.
Man, I'm excited for you. One thing I wanted to touch on a little bit here is, the Dan Lanning juice, right? It's everybody gets to see the Ducks versus them on, Monday nights. That typically comes out. They get a little inside peek as to kind of the juice that Dan Lanning likes to bring to the table and such. But can you speak a little bit about, what it's like to have a relationship with him? Like when you guys communicate, what does that look like? How is he as a person when there are no cameras around, basically?
Yes, sir, definitely. He's just a great person. At Oregon, he's definitely the favorite person for my parents. Every day they find a new video or they find something about him that they come up and talk to me about. And he's just a great person. Like what you see on TV, what you see on the camera, he's just like that in person. And he's just a great guy, and it's just great to talk to him.
Awesome. Now, Xavier, one thing I wanted to touch on here, the professor above me here, he wanted to give it his best swing to try to flip you to Florida really quick. I told him if he could do that, best of luck to him. But, Cody, you want to give him your little recruiting pitch right quick?
Yeah, sure. Xavier, going from the speed state of Florida, you are going up north to the speed capital of the Big Ten. Why not Florida there?
I went up there a couple times, and I actually went up there over the summer for a 7-on-7 tournament. And I think I averaged about 3 interceptions and two touchdowns a game on offense, and they still told me I was too short. So I really wasn't rocking with Florida.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
so what I'm hearing is Florida's not
Wow.
great in the talent evaluation department,
Yeah,
Cody.
yeah.
So if you
Well,
want to
I
just stay away from my boy.
I could tell you
we got a new staff, Xavier.
new
Yeah,
staff,
true,
new
true.
staff. No, but with you playing in the true speed state, and that is Florida, is that going to help you out in the Big Ten? And obviously you're going up against some burners day to day at Oregon. They got some killers up there, and Decoria Moore and some other guys. Do you think your transition is going to be easier because you're playing such big time athletes in Florida?
Yes, sir, definitely. I don't think it's gonna be easy for me, but it definitely helps to play the Calvin Russells and to play the Nick Laniers and play all of them and down in Miami and Florida. But definitely still a lot of work to get done. So where I'm at, so when I get up there, it's not as hard for me.
Awesome.
Speaking of that, my kind of question for you here is, who is the best talent this season you played against in the state of Florida? You know, like obviously between 7-on-7s and, you know, your high school ball, it's like you got a lot going on and there's a ton of talent down in Florida. Who, in your perspective, was, you know, the most difficult person to match up against, whether that be on the offense or defensive side of the ball?
You know, we played a lot of good teams. We played a lot of good players too, but it was definitely EJ from Vero week 1 because they had Champ Mons go down in the first quarter, and he came in at quarterback before even I did. And I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to blow past him. And he just flat out ran all over us, threw on us. It was crazy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he did. It was crazy. He did great.
Good stuff, man. What are you going to school for, Xavier?
Can you say that again?
What are you going to school for?
I'm going to study political science.
Awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
Okay.
Good stuff, man.
Most athletes go for like sports science or something like that. That's a little different.
Yeah, at first I wanted to be a chef, and that's what I thought I was gonna go and study for culinary. But you know, I really like the political science class at my school, so I really like that. I want to go do that and maybe end up being a teacher later on in life.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome.
Awesome. Love that. Well, Xavier, man, it's been a pleasure hearing you, the Doug, talk about it. I apologize that our staff felt that you weren't the right size, because I think you
wouldn't happen under my regime, big
yeah,
guy,
it wouldn't happen under ours for sure. That's for sure. But good luck, man, with the Ducks and all your future endeavors with political science and everything. And Duck, I'll let you sign it off, man. But thank you for coming on our show, Xavier. Much appreciated, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Xavier, much appreciated, man. I know I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. As we know, you know, it's like I described it like Christmas morning for a lot of people today. So I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I appreciate your pops for being so supportive of High Top itself, and I look forward to speaking again in the near future.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Go Gators, man.
All right.
Go Ducks and go Gators.
Go Ducks, baby.
Yeah.
Later, man.